Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel, one of the hosts on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast. Here, as you can see, the latest set, Roaring Skies, hotter than ever. And we're going to jump right in with our Nerd Up Media deck into Versus with the ranked matches. Don't forget, if you haven't yet, to subscribe by clicking on the top right-hand corner of the screen, the Reasons I'm Broke logo. That'll get you some videos in the future, such as our unboxings for the statues, and of course the regular podcast that we put up every single week covering comics, movies, TV, video games, and more. The very first opponent is Chunk0425, which they don't have any basics for their first hand, so we're going to go ahead and draw an extra one. We do start off with a Litwick. Let's go ahead and draw 3. Spirit Link, we do get a double colorless. That's really helpful. Alright, awesome. We went first, so we cannot attack, and there is a Pikachu that they're going to send out first, so it looks like we will see that Raichu that we have seen a couple of times at this point. And that they will go with the Tail Whip, which will prevent us from attacking next turn, assuming that's a heads. Let's see if they get more basics. They do. They get the Phantom. Alright, and there's the Tail Whip, and they do get a head, so we cannot attack them the next turn. Alright, so let's go ahead and evolve into the Lampent. And we will go ahead and feed it a double colorless energy. Won't use that this turn yet, so let's go ahead and try to... The defending Pokemon can't attack their opponent next turn, so I don't think I can do anything at all. So let's try to do the Curse Drop anyway, put it all on Phantom. Oh, looks like it worked. Cool. So there's that Raichu. Circuit, this attack does 20 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon. So here's where they're going to try to get the Sky Stadium right up and going. There's the Roller Skates, there's the Ultra Ball, so they're going to get even more Pokemon out on the bench. So they could very much, let's see what we have here, Muscle Bend that should knock us out. Oh, not quite yet, cool. So 40 damage, we're down to 30 with the Lampent. Let's go ahead and draw 3. Do we get the Chandelier? We do not. We do get some more energies though. Let's go get those from the deck. And Evo Soda up into the Chandelier. There we go. We've got 3 of them in our deck. Looks like 1 is in our prizes. Let's go ahead and get that draw 3 right back with the Tierno. And let's go ahead and start feeding this Litwick right at the bottom. And we'll do the Curse Drop. So let's go ahead and go for the knockout. Oh, we can't knock out Trevenant now. Let's see what the attack does. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any item cards from his or her hand. It's not good. Let's get rid of that. So they're down to 20, and then we can start doing some damage onto the Raichu. Hopefully the Feigning Spell can bring down that Raichu with us. Alright, so there goes our Rare Candy. We get a brand new hand, and we do get some awesome basics. That works out. We do lose our energies, but that's alright. There's the Roller Skates. Let's see what they get. They get a Tails. That doesn't work. And they do another 60 damage onto the Chandelier, so we're down to 30. So Litwick, Gengar, let's do the Great Ball. Mega Gengar, awesome. Draw 3. Professor's Letter. Alright, who do we want to feed next? We do need a Rare Candy, but let's start building up one of our Gengars here. Hope for a Dimension Valley next turn. Let's do that Curse Drop. 1, 2, get rid of that. We're down to 30, so we'll be knocked out next turn, but just in case, 2, we'll do that, and then the rest on the Phantom. There's our knockout. The reason I didn't put the rest on Raichu is because if we can pull off the Dark Corridor attack, that will be knocked out with the poisoning. So they get rid of the Raichu. There's the Juniper. Probably going to go for the evolution here. We got 60. There's the Muscle Band. Should see an evolution. Nope. Alright. So let's do the Gengar Spirit Link. We'll feed the other Gengar. First drop, so knock out the Phantom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put the others on the other Phantom. Cool. Ooh, Rock Guard. Great. We got it a little bit late, but at least we do have it. And they use their Mega Horn, so there's a training center, 20 plus HP. So I think that should be their Raichu and our Chandelier. So that does help us out at least. But I would still prefer a Dimension Valley, because that would only help us out. Even with their Trevenant, we're pretty much running only Psychic. So that is their active, so that's going to prevent us from using item cards from here on out until we knock that guy out. Is that the new Shaman EX? Yes, it is. Set up. They get to draw until they have 6 in their hand. Another Pikachu. And it looks like that's all they did. Alright, can't play any items, so we'll feed our other Gengar here. Let's do the Curse Drop. Ooh, I do want to get rid of this Trevenant, but let's get rid of the Pikachu. There we go. All 6 onto Pikachu, and their Shaman's down to 110. They still don't have any prizes, so they should be able to attack this time. Let's see if they go for it. They have a Tree Slam attack. This does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So they'll probably go right after our Litwicks here, since they do have the least amount of HP with only 50 apiece. So they're 60 on the Chandelier for the knockout. Fainting Spell, we don't get it. We haven't been getting it lately. 20 onto Gengar EX. And onto the other Gengar. Dimension Valley. Alright, we can get it with the teammates though. So let's get a Rare Candy, and where's the Dimension Valley? There it is. Awesome. Let's play one of those and try to get rid of this guy. So there it is. Dark Order attack, does 60 damage, that poisons him, and we put out this Gengar. So they're down to 20. And we can't play any item cards again. So no Rock Guards on them. We can't play any Energy Retrievals, no Rare Candies. And they've got that switch. They put out the Shaman. 20 on the Trevenant. We can still knock it out though, but at least we can now use item cards. So that kind of forced them to retreat due to the poisoning. They've got the Sky Return attack. Return this card and all cards attached to it to your hand with 430 damage. So even whoever they end up bringing out, we should be able to knock it out next turn even after that attack, assuming they don't get a different basic Pokemon, but I'll still be able to attack with the Gengar. So let's see what they go with. Yeah, they end up doing the Sky Return, so they'll get that set up next turn, and that goes right back to their hand. Who do they put out? It's going to have to be the Trevenant. Yep. No Dimension Valley again. We still can't play any items. Okay. So in this case, let's see what we can do. Tree Slam does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. 20 times the number of your benched Pokemon. 20, 40, 60, 80. That'll do 80 damage. Let's see. We don't have that Spirit Link anymore. Alright, we're going to have to play this energy, unfortunately. Dark Corridor attack for 60 damage, and we'll put out the other Gengar. And that's the knockout on that guy, so we're free to use items again. Raichu's down to 100 damage. They've got another Shaman that's going to get them some more cards, although they already have 6, never mind, so they're fine. Doesn't really help out on their end with the setup since they already have a full hand. Need to get rid of that training center. Alright, so there goes our Rock Guard. We're down to 2. 60 damage onto the Gengar EX. We're not knocked out yet. We're down to 90. We get another Gengar. Let's go ahead and play... Well, I don't want to play the Fan Club. We've got 2. So let's hold off for now. We can't retreat for free either. I do want to definitely damage this guy, so... 60 damage onto Raichu, bring out the other Gengar, they're poisoned down to 30. Another Pikachu on the bench there. If we go after the Shaman, that will be game. Or if we can Lysander out a Pikachu, that'll work too. Let's see who they go for with Wally. They should probably go for the Raichu, I'm assuming. So that goes right back to their hand. They can set up again next turn. They put out the other Shaman. Ooh, we do have a Lysander. Alright, so... Well, either way, let's do a Night Attack and get rid of this Raichu. Down to 1 prize, so next turn I should be able to Lysander up the Pikachu, and that should be game, assuming they don't evolve it. Got a Professor's Letter for a prize. We're looking pretty good here at Brocats. They still have 5 prizes to get. Gengar is down to 90. Lysander is really going to help. We're down to 29 cards. They are down to 2. That's going to go right back to their hand, and they've got the Pikachu, and that's game, Brocats. Let's go ahead and play that. Send out the other one, and there's our victory. First one of the night. Alright, what is our bonus here? We get 15 coins. And 26 for winning. little bit towards the special challenge. Alright, awesome. Let's go into another match here. Start off with a win, everyone. It's always good. Do want to thank everyone for tuning in and for subscribing. Don't forget to check out the rest of our shows on nerdupmedia.com. We do have the other shows on there, podcasts like Those Two Jerks, Lazy Gaming Guys right here on YouTube, and of course our podcast on nerdupmedia.com. So yeah, we'll always go first. We got a Gengar we start off with. Some special, tons of energies, wow. Let's go ahead and feed the Gengar. We can't attack this turn, so it's their go. What do we have here? Dialga EX. If the defending Pokemon is an EX, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So they can do that over and over again, especially with all we can do really is with a Litwick and a Chandelier. If they have a double colorless, that's pretty much it. We won't be able to attack or anything. So for now, we're going to do the Night Attack, place 3. With the resistance, it doesn't matter because we're placing damage counters. They're down to 150. Looks like that's all they end up doing. Let's draw 3, hope for some basics. We don't get it, but we will get that draw 3 right back. And let's feed that Gengar. We'll do the Dark Corridor attack, at least poison up this guy for 40 damage. So they'll have to retreat. If they have another Dialga, then it works out for them. But our next opponent, by the way, is Darb 3891. So they do get some basics. Let's see what they have here. Cobalion. I haven't seen that version of it. And the Cobalion EX as well. So this is a steel deck. They do have resistance to us, so we're at a little bit of a disadvantage. There's the switch. They get rid of the poisoning. There's their Ultra Ball. Let's see what this guy does. Righteous Edge, discard a special energy attached to the defending Pokemon, and then 100 damage. So that could work out for us if we get a Mega Gengar eventually out there. So there's that Shaman we're going to see a lot of because of that setup ability. In case you guys haven't seen it, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. Battle Compressor, so they're already going to be down to well under 36 cards. Right after that. Let's see what we can get. We'll be able to draw 3 next turn, which will help, but still don't have any basics. 30 damage onto Gengar. Let's get some energies here. Try to drop some basics here. Alright. And still nothing. Alright, that's all we can do, Broquette. So we're going to do Dark Corridor, poison up this guy for 40 damage, and it's their go. Down to 140 on that guy, down to 100 on the Dialga. And they play Sycamore, so that's going to bring them down to 25 cards. The Lysander's trump card is what we're probably going to see very soon. Cards like these pretty much remove other cards that you're not looking for at the time. Something that might not be useful for you. And that way you can get quicker to the cards that he actually could use. And I'm assuming that's what he's looking for. Maybe some special meta energies. Maybe the Sky. No, well, they already have the Steel Shelter out there, so I'm not really sure what their strategy is going to be. But we're down to only one basic Pokemon, so. $30 damage. Alright. So Gengar's hanging in there. We do get another one. Let's play the Charin. And there's the Muscle Band. That'll help out. Let's put that onto Gengar. We'll put an energy onto this other Gengar. Do the Great Ball. We do get a little Litwick. Alright, Dark Corridor attack. Another poisoning, hopefully. Nope, because of the Steel Shelter. So that does not... That prevents our poisoning. We do need Dimension Valley to get rid of that. Even though they're down to 80, it's still not quite enough. So there goes the Muscle Band anyway. Only got to use it once. Let's see what they end up playing. An Ultra Ball. Seeing a lot of those as we play. Prevent all damage done to your Steel Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. That is terrible. So we really need the Chandelier out there to be the hero. Can we get a Rare Candy? We do. Awesome. So let's go ahead and play that right now. There we go. And what do? We're going to put a regular energy onto Chandelier. And we're going to do the Night Attack. Will that work on Dialga? Let's find out. I do want to get rid of this Cling that they're eventually going to put out. So let's go ahead and attack the Dialga EX. Since we will be knocked out very soon. There it is, 100 damage onto Gengar EX. Okay, let's put out our other Gengar. And we do have a special energy. We do get another Litwick. Dimension Valley, do we get it? Yes, we do. Let's do the Great Ball, and we'll get another Chandelier since we do need those. We can evolve it next turn. And I'm not going to play the Dimension Valley quite yet. So let's go ahead and do the Dark Corridor attack for 40 damage. We'll put out Chandelier. They're down to 40. The Alga EX is down to 70. Alright, so they do play the Kling Klang, which prevents the EXs, so our Gengars are completely useless as long as this guy's on the field. So we need to get rid of that and start powering up our other Chandelier. Oof, there goes our Rare Candy, there goes the Dimension Valley. And they play another Ultra Ball. They're down to a little under 14 in their deck. They get a Bronzong with the Metal Links. There's a player at the Pokemon League that I run that plays something very similar to this, and it completely disables Pokemon EXs. Very smart deck because everyone plays EXs. You see, I play Chandelier, but of course the Gengar EX is a big hitter in the deck. So it really disables us. So there's 100 damage onto Chandelier. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's do the Gengar Spirit Link. Draw 3. We do get... Alright, cool. We do get a Chandelier. Let's put that out. And draw 3 right back. There we go. Oh, we don't have a... Yeah, we don't have any special... any Dimension Valleys to help us out here. So there isn't anything we can do except for hope that the Fainting Spell actually activates. How many energies do we have on the discard pile? Looks like just one. So that's all we can do, just end our turn. Any attacks we can use? We got the 100 Full Metal Impact. We've got the Iron Breaker. The defending Pokemon can't attack their opponent's next turn. So it looks like I will try to evolve into Mega Gengar next turn. I probably should have done that while I still could, assuming they don't have a Startling Megaphone that they can use to get rid of that. Ooh, who are they going to bring out? They're going to bring out that same Gengar. There it is, 100 damage, so they get 2 prizes. Oh, not yet. We're down to 10. Okay. Alright, so let's draw 3. Get another little Litwick. And we do have a special energy we can put down. So let's go ahead and do the... Oh man, I can't do anything with that Kling Klang out there. Down to your Steel Pokemon. I mean, the Shaman's there, but... Let me see if I can do this. Alright, let's find out, Brocats. Let's try this. So we're going to put the special energy onto Chandelier. We can't draw, so we're going to do the Phantom Gate attack. That's going to buy us a little bit of time, hopefully. Where is it? Iron Breaker. The defending Pokemon can't attack their opponent's next turn for 0 damage because of that Kling Klang, but the effects should still work. So they'll have to switch out if they want to try to knock out the Mega Gengar. So they're going to try to get that. Let's see what they go for. Lysander's trump card. So everyone's discard pile goes right back into their deck. A little bit of a longer match this time, Brocats, but they definitely drew first blood, and I'm just stalling for time at this point. Try to get a Dimension Valley out there. Down to 19 cards in the deck. So they end up switching so they can go ahead and attack with a Cobalion. 80 damage, that's the knockout. They get 2 prizes. Let's put out the Chandelier. Let's hope for some energies. So there's one. Let's go ahead and evolve. We'll get the Tierno. We get another Gengar. And still no Dimension Valley. Let's get some energies right back from the discard pile. There we go. So this guy can attack. So let's go ahead and go after the Cobalion. 2, 3, 4. And we need to get rid of this Kling Klang. It's 140 damage. Wow. 1 on Dialga, and let's put the rest on the Kling Klang. So there's 2 prizes. Got to get rid of that guy. Next, we'll have to aim for the Bronzong because of those metal links, but even with their Lysander's trump card, they can get that right back, so it's just a matter of trying to slow them down on their end. With those abilities, especially, trying to make Gengar EX useful again. So there's the Lysander. They're going to bring out the Gengar EX for 80 damage. Oof. Alright, let's get some more energies out here. You can evolve into Chandelier. Let's put that special energy onto Gengar. We'll retreat for free. Put out the other Chandelier. Let's get that draw 3 right back. Let's go for that one. And we can still use it. Let's go for it. Dimension Valley, there it is. So we'll get rid of that nonsense. And Curse Drop, all on Dialga. Cool, we do get a Rock Guard. That'll really help us out. And at this point, I'm just actually going to focus on the Shaman EX. Because if we can knock that guy out, then that'll be game. So everyone's cards go right back into their deck. They're going to try to grab a Lysander to try to knock out our Gengar EX, which is exactly the same play I would go for as well. So 80 damage onto Chandelier. So we're down to 50. So here's what we're going to do, Brokettes. We're going to... Ooh, this guy's down to 30 as well. Never mind, there goes that plan. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that Rock Guard onto... Which Chandelier do we want to put it onto? Ooh, let's go for this one down here, and we'll start to build it up. The one that has full HP. We get another Litwick, Straw 3, Muscle Band onto... Doesn't really matter. I guess we'll put it onto the Gengar that isn't completely close to dying. What do we have here? Something's trying to load here. Okay, so it's a Charon. We can't use that anyway. Alright. What's going on? Why can't we attack? The defending opponent can attack during your opponent's next turn. Okay, so that doesn't help us out at all. So we're kind of stuck here, Brokettes. Looks like we're going to just end our turn and hope for a feigning spell. It's going to be a close match, but I don't know. I'm not seeing us winning this one. We just don't have enough turns to go after the Shaman EX. The feigning spell would help, but even with what they have on the bench, we can't knock anything out with one turn. And there's that Steel Shelter again. So we can't poison them. Hope for another Dimension Valley, guys. Or if we draw teammates, we can go ahead and grab that Dimension Valley right back. So there's that switch. We're going to put out the other one. 80 damage. Did we get that Feigning Spell? We do get it this time. Alright, cool. So we both get a prize here. Let's put out the other Chandelier. So if they want to attack us, they're going to have to go through our Rock Guard. So who will they put out? Bit of a tough position here, because whoever they end up putting out, I'm going to put all 6 onto the Curse Drop, onto them, and then they'll have to attack us. It'll pretty much force them to switch. So that was a smart move on their end. Let's go ahead and draw 3. Oh, geez, we're in a tough position. Alright, so let's do the Curse Drop. Pointless to put it onto Shaman. So we're going to put them all on the Bronzong and try to go for the easy knockout next turn. So there we go, all 6 onto Bronzong. They're going to attack us. They're going to take 60. It's going to go back into their hand. They'll put out someone else, and then we should be able to attack and finish off that Bronzong. Let's see what happens. They're going to go ahead and go with the Cobalion. Which will, if they attack us, they'll take 6, and then we'll be able to knock it out anyway. So let's find out what happens here. Kind of worked out, and we still have the Feigning Spell on our end. They'll need a Lysander to win this game, because they can just pull out the Litwick and that's game. Let's see if they get it. So there it is, Cobalion. They're gonna go for, let's see how much that should do. 100 damage with their Muscle Band, and he'll take 60. So let's see. 100 damage. They take 60. Let's see, we're down to 30. All right. Here's what I'm going to do, Brokettes. Let's put out the Gengar. Let's get 2 energies. We'll get 1. Let's draw 3. No Dimension Valley, so that did not work out. Not what I wanted to do here. And no double colorless energy either. Nope. We won't be able to attack this turn. We can retreat for free. But without the Dimension Valley, that doesn't help us out at all. We have a Mega Gengar that's not going to really help us out either. So I guess I'll just feed the... We'll feed one of these Chandeliers and basically end our turn, unfortunately. What I was going to do is I was going to play the Dimension Valley or play the double colorless and then go for the knockout on the Bronzong for 30 damage. That would have been game. We're down to 30. I guess we could have also... I was going to say I could have also retreated and put out the Gengar, but what's preventing us from attacking is that Cling Clang, so that wouldn't have worked either. So we're both knocked out, it looks like, because of the Rock Guard, and the Fading Spell does work, and Sudden Death. First time this has happened. Sudden Death, guys. So the way this works is the first player that gets the knockout wins the game. Really exciting. First time this has happened on the channel. We do start off with a Charon. We don't have any basic Pokemon that we start off with. There we go. We redraw again, and we do get the Gengar EX. So even if we don't end up winning, this is pretty awesome. Good on that Fading Spell. One prize each. They get the Ultra Ball. Let's see what they go with. Shaman EX. They'll play it. They'll get some more cards. There's the Muscle Band. Okay, so that guy has 50. If I can draw up by Lysander and then try to go after it, that could help us out a little bit. So they're playing a lot of cards on their first turn. They're already down to 39. We're still at 52. There's the Bronzong, so that plan goes out the window. Although we could still go after the Clink. But it does have a resistance, so that's where Chandelier is going to have to be the hero somehow. If we get enough turns, if we get that chance. So we do get a Chandelier already. And we do get a Dimension Valley, which I don't want to play quite yet. So there's a Night Attack. We'll put that on Clink. Next turn, if they don't evolve it, or if they don't get rid of it, or if they don't knock us out, we'll have this game. Let's see what happens. What's this guy do? The defending Pokemon... Okay, so it's a 60 damage, 60, 80. They still won't be able to knock out our Gengar EX. And another 30 onto the Clink, and that should be game. Let's find out. See what they go with. If they attack, this should be game, Brokettes. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and discard them. Shuffle your deck afterward. I think that's everything they can do. That should be it. Even with the setup, they can't play that. They can do the Metal Links and start feeding some more of their Pokemon, which is what they're going with. They're going to try to feed the Alga EX. Yep, good game is what he says. So either he got the knockout, or I'm gonna win this one. Let's see. See what it is. I guess I'll say good game right back. Maybe that's what he's waiting for. Yeah, your opponent is inactive, so he knew he was going to lose, so he conceded the match, because the next 30 would have gone on to Clink. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's it, Brokettes. So let's go for the win, and 3 damage. That's victory. Alright, very first sudden death we saw here on YouTube. I hope that was exciting for you guys. I know I was back here pretty nervous. Didn't think we'd actually pull off the win. Again, I love these ghost types because they can just put those damage counters on anyone on their side of the field, regardless of the resistance or the weakness or any of that. Alright, that was great. Let's go ahead and open up some packs here. Go straight to our collection. We've got some boosters. Alright, what do we have here? We've got some Furious Fists, some Phantom Forces, and I think today we're going to open up these last 2 Furious Fists and the Phantom Forces, maybe one of the Roaring Skies. Alright, so we get a Machop, Slaykoth, all of these we have for what's the rare card? The Jinx. So there's that. Let's open up this guy. This will be a full booster pack. This one's brand new, the Licky Licky, because it's a reverse hollow. And the Drapion. Looks like yep, that'll be a new card as well for us. The Phantom Forces. This is the same set that you see the Mega Gengars, the Gengar, Chandelier, Dimension Valley, all of that. This is exactly the same set that I was waiting to release before I jumped right back into Pokemon TCG. Joltik, very common. That's the Night March attack that we see all the time. And looks like a Pachirisu. It is a rare, I think. It doesn't look like a holo, but it is still a rare. Alright, and one of these Roaring Skies. Let's see if we get lucky again. Last time we got a Mega Latios out of our pack. There's a half art. We do have that. Brand new Wormpole. We do get a brand new Gliscor. A Revive. It's alright. Nothing we can use quite yet. A really cool looking reverse hollow Cascoon. And a Dustox. Half full art. It does the Wind Shard attack. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. That's pretty awesome. Alright, Brocats, I do want to thank you all so much for watching the Sudden Death match. And for tuning in for the booster packs, for the podcast if you are a listener every single week. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the Reasons I'm Broke logo at the top right-hand corner of the screen. And thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the rest of our shows on nerdupmedia.com.